campaign which has been started by Sri Narendra Modi victory as that of the Prime Minister of India, the Government of India has taken over the command, and thereafter every sort of the activities what you will relate with this great identity, having the reincarnation of the Lord Ram and the revival of Bhagwan Krishna, Mahabharat here on this earth can be seen by the glimpse of the photograph what is being dispelled here amongst the masses, having the coverage of the entire country to the extent of getting the message that the victory of the truthfulness of the statement and the Satyamev Jayate is the recital of the correct perception. There is no denial of the truth by this great man, which has been shown to the masses that they have trusted an individual. They started his life with a meager background and having a very limited resources in his possession at the time of taking the command of the BJP, when the country was going to be dragged into the process of getting the anti-Hindu culture being developed by insertion of Sonia Gandhi, who insulted here in lieu of the murder of Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri. She has got the deceptive identity from Edwina Edwidge and Dino Manio of Turin to the present scenario. Here is the Independence Day celebration done by Sri Narendra Modi ji in a very short span of 68 years of independence. See the magnitude of the process what has been developed here in this country, and nobody can see that the rampant corruption was ascending in the alarming proportion, and so far its galloping race could not be halted, even though thousands of acts and ordinances have been promulgated after the dawn of independence. At this juncture, when the country was going to be another slavery, at that time the God has done the miracle of sending an individual about whom the prediction of Narsudram was done long time before, that a person will be taking over the command of the people, having the innocence of getting every sort of the reincarnation of the ideals of Bharat, Eklavya, and Karna, and high dignitaries of those ideals have been regenerated into the action by having the sage being born after Vivekananda, and Subhash Chandra Bose has taken birth here on this earth, and Vallabhbhai Patel, who has been given due regard by Sri Narendra Modi ji at this time, will be the since the Article 14 has got a pervasive potency and versatile quality, equalitarian in its soul and allergic to the discriminatory dictate. And as such, the first and foremost deed of Sri Narendra Modi is to eradicate the discrimination amongst the people, because those who have been deprived, they are not being deprived simply because of the reason, but constitutionally they are not getting the equal representation in the democratic process. Article 38 says that there should be the equal proportionate representation of every community in the but how much proportionate contribution is being there in the parliament. We used to see that at every juncture there was a discrimination between the people those who are having the working capacity just to provide the necessary amenities to the people of the upper class, they are being treated with discrimination. And Sri Narendra Modi ji has taken vow just to fight for the downtrodden. And as such, this sage who was in the last homage has given, why are you not joining the politics and the secular credentiality has been adopted in respect of having the respect to Lord Buddha, to Mukhtar Ansari, and to every political leader, including Muslim, those who have come here. They have taken that on the earth there is a revival of those energy, what has been predicted by every sort of the religion. He is a dynamic personality having adoption of so many things by his potential. Because recently he has sent me the book, The Exam Warrior. In that book, he has said that life is more stronger because it's a bubble. Snap it today. Don't waste it under the agony of the perception that you will be the winner. Don't think that you will win the race. If you will win, then all right. If you do not win, even then, nothing to worry. Because the individual life has to be taken its ingredients to the purposes of having the flourishing over the thing. If you will not be having, it's not a reincarnation of the of one day magnitude into the glory of taking birth on this earth, but it is an incident which has taken place in the universe. Universe is being produced inside yourself. What the people say, Khuda. Khuda means self-realization. It will only come when you will be having the tendency for the self-rejection. Bliss at heart and wisdom in speech is one of the magnitude of the requirement. What the people is required to learn from the message given by this man of historical dimension, having the such lineage to the people. Yoga practice has been given as one of the trend to have the health being maintained. He is not taking the medicine from last so many years. He is only dependent upon every sort of the things by self-restraint. Here is the President of India, who has recently written a book that Sonia Gandhi is anti-Hindu. He is Hasim Ansari. He is not saluting the national flag. He is denouncing every sort of the norms, even after reaching to this place of the height. See the conduct of this Vice President of India, that he is one of the rogue. And this Manmohan Singh has always remained mute and dummy, a puppet prime minister. Here is the magnitude of Mahajan, the Speaker of Lok Sabha. See this lady who has come in Parliament after so many times. This is the lady who has ruined our nation. She is previously having the love with the footballer. Then she was inducted. Here is the last teaching given by Atal Bihari Vajpayee during the period when Sri Narendra Modi ji was first inducted. I am still recollected with one of the instances when he said that Rashtra Dharam Raj Dharam se bada hai. And then he said, I have done the Rashtra Dharam only and nothing else. It was only those who can say amongst those person who is the maker of the king. Here is the glimpse of the glory given the gratitude. Mulayam Singh is still seen, who is having the agenda for the appeasement of the Muslim. And here is also Sharad Pawar, who was selling the sugar by taking the commission. Lalu Prasad Yadav, who is inside the imprisonment. See the pose. What Modi ji is in the strong Kintan, Manan, and this is with the people of the other political party, that he meet with everyone in the simple gesture. Here is an old photograph of Balji Thackeray. Thackeray, both sons have become antithesis to the movement of Shiv Sena. Another, they have divided themselves, and as such the power intoxication amongst those has given some sort of the setback to Shiv Sena. Now they are eager to the power instead of the service. But Modi ji has given us the lesson to serve the nation. Here is the son of the Bal Thackeray. See how much they are having the politics in their mind. They think, because the next generation which comes with those who are the bona fide, they are always for the purposes of getting the achievement out of the contribution. There is no achievement in life, because success is not a destination you ever reach. Success is a quality of life you lead. As such, a successful man will never be eager to have every sort of the things being taken as that of granted, but he will be preparing himself to the extent of getting the stamina being developed, as he can conquer the things, having the past being put to the saddle, as the time is threefold present. The present having the present past memory, the present having the future expectation, and the present in which we live. This every expectation is not the anticipation, but at least some of the expectations are required to be fulfilled by those who are not caring for getting any sort of the achievement in life. But the life is not static; it's a bubble. Snap it today. If you will be losing the time, then it will gone away with the wind, because every potential counts. It is not that the post counts. There were so many chief justices here on this Supreme Court, but those who were not even the chief justice, like Krishna Iyer, Justice H.R. Khanna, they are being remembered much more than that of the Chief Justice of India, Justice Joginder Singh, and all these people says this session, who has changed every sort of the dynamism from in the election commission. Here are the dignitaries. Some chief ministers are meeting with the Narendra Modi. See the gesture. In what manner Modi ji is meeting with the individual. That the dress code is also one of the significant aspect. And this he used to sell the dress of 20 lakhs being sold in 1 crore, 35 lakhs, and the money brought forward has been distributed amongst the poor and downtrodden of classes. So this is also one of the way of earning. Here is Jayalalitha. She was Christian by the way, and she was buried inside the coffin. So see how these people are ruining our nation. But they remained the chief minister. But slowly and gradually, Modi ji has taken all these ministers, including Mamata Banerjee, to the task. And now the time will come with Mr. Bhagwat and Swami Ramdev, those Sri and other dignitaries also, they are having the gesture of the gratitude given to the individuals who is sitting upon the masses of just to rule over the heart. It's not a ruling, not the prosperity, not your power, not your privilege, but the ultimate truth is that you, if you can rule the people at heart, then then you will be the celebrity for the century. And now the time has come that the people has redefined the political side. What the Abraham Lincoln has said, for the people, by the people, and of the people. But Modi ji has given new definition to the politics. It is the politics for the people and for the service and for the nation. It is not by the people, but if you will be having for the people always in your mind, then you will not be the leader. You will be in the heart of those. Here is Sachin Tendulkar. He has celebrated so many things. He could not complete his graduation. Once a question was asked from Modi ji, how much educated you are? He said that by correspondence course, I could have become the postgraduate. But see the learning, see his speech. Here is Mr. Ambani, who is also one of the encouraging figure, who has given stimulation for the purposes of getting. Here are other dignitaries, the businessmen like Mukesh Ambani. We have to follow the guidelines, what has been provided to us by Sri Narendra Modi. In this picture, here is the person who is having the different ideology with that of the Narendra Modi, but still then, see the figure who has come to the height of Himalayan tower and reaches to the height by climbing to the rocks and crossing the passages where the dirt and filth is being there. This is a Team SAARC summit meeting where Modi ji is seen at the middle of the meeting. Here the command, he has been now recently on 19th November 1914, just after the people has realized that a towering personality has been emerged into the universal politics. Here is the dimension of those things what you cannot speculate by having the analytical power, where the logic fails and the reasoning counts. Then the spurts from the heart comes, and whatever the heart says, because it's a guiding force by the almighty power. Once you give up your every sort of the potential in the name of the God, be truth that I will achieve it, then there is no impossibility in the world. And what the Modi ji has done through his gratitude, this lady should have been, because she is the lady of Chancellor of Germany. She has become such a fanatic appreciation given to Sri Narendra Modi, that the encouragement given by him, by so many head of the states have encouraged him to fight and to deal with the people of the opposition with the suitable reply whenever it is needed. We worship such person like that of Sri Narendra Modi, who is here amongst the people, those this is a Russian president who has become one of the supporting figure, even from the Muslim nation. They have realized that ultimately the truth is magnitude, having the self-explanatory target, just to switch over the things that what you cannot achieve by the normal process, it will be achieved by your determination, diligence, dedication, duty, and every sort of the achievement which is boasted, and the individual's identity is not being attributed to him only, because the aura which is generated there outside is also one of the commanding figure, which plays a vital role for the purposes of carving out the atmosphere. The atmosphere this universe is having, here is the guard of honor given to the Modi ji here in Britain itself. The knighthood which was there has been changed over by having the another independence on 21st October, when Subhash Chandra Bose declared India as independent nation. Nowadays, here, wherever he goes, he gets the proper regard to Indian people. And this continent of India was full of the glory when it was partitioned by the few person who wanted to induct as that of the prime minister like Nehru has spoiled this nation. Now you come to the different conference. Whatever he speaks from the heart. People are having three types of the speeches. The speech given from the tongue, the speech given from the mind, the speech given from the heart. Whatever the person says, speaking from the heart, becomes truth in the due process of time. You have to wait for the period when the talk, what you are having amongst the people will be communicated through the message coming before the masses, and ultimately the person having some determination, diligence, and the dedication towards the duty, responsibility, and every sort of the potential will come out with that of the multiple forces. God protects those who respect the God. Those who are having their own identity, then the God thinks, what is the use of going to the individual who is having overwhelmed with his own identity? God always help those who are having the proper respect being given, and as such the God is known as omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, not confined to the certain places where you are having the search thereof. Here are the attracting for foreign investment made by Sri Narendra Modi, the Rafale deal, the Brahmastra, every sort of the technology is being taken here in this nation. The talks attracting the foreign investment is on account of the fact that Modi ji think that it can be done within a very short span. China has become the second power, and we will also become one of the power by the time when 1919 election will be over. It will be the overwhelming majority where Modi ji can take the decision. We have to give the supporting hand. Here the attracting foreign investment and the tourism will also be encouraged. I'm also suggesting that there should be the Gurukul type of the education. Every education should be free of cost, because the education provides every sort of the magnitude to the personality, not that of the cramming like that of Mockley. Education, what we have imported, because the institutional corruption is generating here in this nation by having the power given to the individual with the sovereignty, is always having the power intoxication with them, and not to see that the people who has given you the power is more powerful than that of you. You can prolong for some period, but ultimately the truth will come forward, and in the due course of time, the individual will realize that the power which has been given to the individual is not worth of giving to him. So then he again recollect, and the miracle happens here in this democracy. And the democracy of the people, by the people, for the people, is the democracy which is the democracy from the ancient time. The people are having the hatred with each other. But Modi ji is not having the hatred because he knows the true meaning of the life. The meaning of the life is not confined with the rigmarole of the technicalities just to vitiate the truthfulment of the contentments. Here is the photographs, what I have dispelled here in this process. I have made so many video for the purposes of getting the Modi ji identity. Here is the short biological sketch of Sri Narendra Modi ji becoming the member of parliament, and thereafter introducing himself to be the best prime minister here ever born. Here is the bibliography of Sri Narendra Modi ji. Here is the book's charismatic visionary statement given the index. What you are not here for the purposes of getting the recognition. The recognition comes from the heart. It is not from the mind. It will come. Amit Shah has written the introduction to this book, and thereafter it was forwarded. Sir James M. Mencom, has Vice President of International Council of Jurists, in which I am the member, and has written his preface, and Manohar Lal, Chief Minister of Haryana, has also, Manohar Lal Khattar, the Indresh Kumar has written the English translation of the subject of Indresh Kumar is also being, here is the appreciation. Now I will conclude. There is not to make reply, there is not to reason why, there is do and die.